Welcome to our space of hope and inspiration, where faith ignites and God's word meets you right where you're at. Thanks for being here and letting us walk alongside you. Today, we're diving into Isaiah 40:31. Why are you worn out when you've never stopped running? I'm not talking about physical exhaustion. I mean that soul-deep tiredness, the heart that beats but no longer believes, the spirit that wakes up each morning thinking, "Here we go again. Another battle, another defeat dressed up as just surviving." You've got plans, goals, dreams, but something inside whispers, "I can't do this anymore. I'm out of steam. The fire's gone." Here's the truth. You've not burned out because you failed. You reburned out because you've been flying wrong. You've been flapping like a chicken when God gave you eagle wings. The prophet Isaiah wrote, "But those who hope in the Lord will renew their strength. They will soar on wings like eagles. They will run and not grow weary. They will walk and not faint." This isn't just a pretty motivational quote for your notebook or a viral meme. It's a battle cry against burnout. And it's written for you. Not for the perfect believer. Not for the one who prays 5 hours a day. Not for the one who never messes up. But for the one who's fallen, who's cried in silence, who feels lost on why they keep going. For the one who's been trying for years with no results. For the one who's even wondered, "Has God forgotten my name?" But he hasn't forgotten you. He saw you and said, "That's my son. That's my daughter. They've got wings, but think they can only crawl." Here's the kicker. An eagle isn't stronger because of size or speed. It is all about its relationship with the wind. A swift flees the storm. A dove seeks shelter. A vulture waits for something to die. But an eagle flies straight into the storm because it knows that where the strongest currents renew its wings. God never promised to pull you out of the storm. He promised to give you wings to conquer it. He doesn't just hand you more human energy. He gives you a new power source, and that's called active hope in Him. Waiting on the Lord isn't sitting around with your hands tied, saying, "Let God fix it." That's not waiting. That's giving up. Waiting on the Lord is pushing forward even when you don't get it. Getting up even when you don't feel like it. Believing when you can't see. Trusting after betrayal. Loving despite hurt. Walking even when the destination's unclear. Waiting on Him is faith in motion. It's rest while you're on the move. Check the verse's order. They'll soar on wings like eagles. Run and not grow weary. Walk and not faint. It doesn't start with running. It starts with flying. Because before you act, you need perspective. Before you move, you need height. Before you fight, you need to see from above. And that only happens when you step away from the noise. Rise up, stop living by others' opinions, and start living by what God says about you. The secret? Those wings don't come from effort. They come from surrender. An eagle doesn't flap non-stop. It lets the wind lift it. Trusts, lets go. It rests while it rises. And you can too. You can walk without wearing out because you're not alone. You can run without collapsing because your strength isn't in your legs. It is in the God who holds you up. If you've ever wondered why others seem to have energy and you don't, it's not because they're better or have more faith. It's because they've learned to stop paddling against the current. They've learned to let go, trust, wait. And in that rest, God gives them fresh strength. Take a second. What are you carrying that isn't yours? Past guilt, shame from mistakes, pressure to meet others' expectations, fear of the future, anger over what they did. That's baggage God never asked you to haul. Drop it today, right now. The more weight you carry, the less you can fly. And God doesn't want you soaring with a load. He wants you free. What you need isn't more discipline. It's more surrender. Not more self-help, but more worship. Not more strategies, but more silence with Him. Because it's in the silence your wings are reborn. In the stillness the Spirit recharges you. In intimacy with God, where you get new strength. Your exhaustion isn't a sign of weakness. It is a sign you've been living outside your purpose. An eagle doesn't tire flying high. It tires pecking on the ground. You weren't created to just survive. You were made to dominate. Not to react, but to lead your life from the height God offers. Not to copy, but to carve your own path. Not to beg, but to claim the inheritance that's already yours. So what do you do now? Look up, stop staring at the mud. Fix your eyes on the sky. Remember who you are, seek height, spend time with God, not as a chore, but as a lifeline. Let the wind of His Spirit lift you. Don't fight alone. Trust His lead. Dare to fly into the storm. Don't run, face it, because that's where your rise begins. Declare out loud, "Today, I receive my new strength. Today, I raise my wings like an eagle. I won't grow weary, I won't faint, because my strength comes from God." Don't whisper it. Say it with your voice. Because when you declare it, you activate it. If this message hit your heart, don't keep it to yourself. Hit like on this video so others can find it. Subscribe to Gokrip because every week we share words that don't just inspire. They transform, and drop your prayer request in the comments because we want to pray for you. You're not alone. This isn't an ending, it's a takeoff. You're not here to crawl, you're here to fly. Today's the day to remember you've got wings, you've got strength, you've got purpose, and you've got a God waiting for you up high. If this touched your heart, like it, help others find it. Subscribe to Gokrip. Truth is, it doesn't just inspire, it transforms. Leave your prayer request in comments. We're praying for you. You're not alone.